It was 75 degrees in Detroit yesterday. And I thought I was in a time warp. I'm like, where am I? It was still gray and nothing on the trees, but it was really warm. My name's Trey Knight, like Jim mentioned. Thanks everybody for coming out. I'm just going to spend a few minutes kind of telling you what this is and why it's different. I think that's more important than anything else because most of you, how many of you have ever participated in network marketing? It's okay, it's a network marketing meeting. People kind of raise their hands sometimes. 6 years ago, I had heard of the industry, but I paid no attention to it. I did exactly what my parents told me. Go to the right school, get the right job, then you're supposed to do it for about 30 years, retire with a gold watch to Florida. 6 years ago, that game plan fell apart, just like what Jim mentioned. It fell apart for me, along with a lot of other people. I did restructurings for major financial institutions, GE Capital, Wells Fargo, Credit Suisse, First Boston. Anytime we had 25 million or more in a deal, and the deal, something was going wrong, we would get sent in to try to figure it out. I loved what I did. 8 years in Mexico, 2 years in China, traveled all over the world doing it. And 6 years ago, that world just cratered. I mean, it wasn't because anybody did anything wrong. It's because banks took their money, put it on the sidelines, and they weren't investing in deals anymore. And so we started looking for, what are we going to do next? Jim and Paula stepped up into real estate. I thought about that for a moment. That's not a decision I ever made.
Amen.
But I looked at a lot of things, franchises, owning my own business. And for me, all of those things took a lot of money. At that time, we looked at McDonald's. It was like $3 million to buy McDonald's. It was $450,000 to start a Subway franchise. I mean, all of them were major cash outlays. And funny story is a lady called me one Wednesday morning. She just gotten out of Bible study. She called me up on the phone. She's a dear friend. And she said, Trey, I've started a business, got involved with a business, and I'd like to get your opinion of it. Had no clue I was getting recruited. None whatsoever. I was sitting at a red light, and she called me, and I said, well, yeah, Suzanne, sure, I'll be happy to. It's what I do. I'd love to come take a look at it, tell you, shoot holes in it for you if that's what you want me to do. And I said, where do you need me to be? Because I'm only in town until Monday. She said, well, if you could come to this guy's house on Saturday morning, he'll share it with you. And I mean, you could have heard a pin drop in my car. Because I had never in 15 years gone to somebody's house on a Saturday to do or look at a business. And so all I could think of is, man, I've heard about these things. And I said, Suzanne, it's not one of those network marketing things, is it? And she said, yeah, it is. I mean, that's just the way she is. And I said, well, I'd really rather not do it. I'm not interested in it. If you want my opinion of it, just send me a website. I'll take a look at it, call you back, give you my opinion. She said, nope, you got to see it in person. You won't get the effect. You won't understand the model. And so on a Saturday morning, I found myself, like what some of you did today, walking into a stranger's house that I did not know, with the promise of a really good lunch if I would show up. And sat down in a chair and watched a business presentation. And I just kind of looked at it as if I were going to just check off the box, keep my friendship, and bail the minute it was over. But funny thing is what I watched was just a middleman concept. I saw a business model I studied in business school, and it made sense to me. The only difference was instead of spending millions of dollars like we did to advertise it, they distributed that product through relationships. I'm like, I get it, okay. But here's really what he told me at the end of the presentation, and this is where, for me, the door opened up. He said, listen, by the way, it costs you $500 to get started in this business. And if you will pay attention, in the next 30 days, I can help you get your $500 back. Now, for somebody that spent millions of dollars investing in companies, I'm like, what did you say? I said, $500, price of a kid's baseball bat was his words. And I can get your money back in 30 days. Well, it didn't take much to figure out that if you give me my money back in 30 days, I've got no risk in this. So if it is real, I've got nothing but upside, but I have no downside. And I'm like, I'll sign up for it. I got a bunch of people that I know that may want to do this. Recurring bills factored into their life. Yeah, we'll do this with you. That was me sitting on the couch. Signed up that day, paid my $500, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go to my equity buddies and we're going to just knock this thing out. If we do it for 6 to 9 months, drive a little cash into everybody's home, let them pay the interest notes and all that stuff, deals start, the economy comes back, we'll start doing deals. And that was my mindset. So I showed up at my buddy Joe Alala, Capital South Partners in Charlotte. I showed up at his office, sat down, I did the best presentation I ever did. Best. At least I thought it was. It was my first, so it probably stunk. But when I was done, Joe was just hilarious. He's been a friend of mine for years. I did deals with him. He looked at me and he just kind of smiled and he said, dude, you're going to jail. That's exactly what he said to me. I mean, he's like, you're going to jail. This has got to be legal. And I said, well, Joe, it's not. Needless to say, Joe didn't sign up. Long story made short, though, guys, over the next 2.5 years, we went on to have a lot of success with that business. The economy didn't come back. A lot of people were looking for a way to go generate an income stream, and we were able to help them do that. Built a team of a little over 40,000 people and figured out that this industry was real. And so when I tell you the story, it's because some of you are sitting here like, man, I just got to get out of here. All right? And a lot of people are like that in this business because they don't understand. Here was the challenge, and this is what really frustrated me. In the course of that 3 years, what we noticed, now granted, here's what everybody will figure out real quick if you try to talk to me. I'm an introverted, shy person. It's not that I don't like you, all right? It's just I don't know what to say to you, okay? So I'm not real good at talking. And so when you are like that, you want to figure out how you can get people into your business and keep them there. And what I watched was the industry. I mean, any business model you looked at, there was about an 80% attrition rate. I mean, think of it. How many of you did network marketing? How many of you had success at it? All hands went down. Right? Why is that? The model. Traditional network marketing is not designed, in my opinion, to create an opportunity for success for the average person. Because it has elements of it that you don't want to do. And that was really what I started looking at. See, here's network marketing. Network marketing is built by people called recruiters. How many of you want to recruit people? Not many, right? Some of you do, but not many of you do. And recruiters look at it this way. I'm going to recruit 10 people in my business, okay? 8 of them are going to quit in the first 3 months to 6 months. That leads me to, I'm going to go recruit 10 more. 8 of those are going to quit. I got 4 now. Go recruit 10 more. Well, what it did was, this is where you get the negative impression of the industry, because as they built those businesses, they left body bags along the side of the street of people that didn't have success and quit. And there's, I mean, every town, they just plummeted through, from Amway all the way down. And so what I started looking at as a business builder, I just said, you know what, how about if we just figure out a way to keep the 10 people in that we got in? How about if we could just figure that out and help those people be successful? We could change the model. And so that's where Limu came into play. We went on a journey and looked at 17 companies because I figured some company had to have already figured this out. Well, by the time we were done with the 17th company, we quit looking because none of them did. Great companies, great products, great management teams, unbelievable marketing in some of these companies. But the model was the same. It was a recruiting mindset. And see, for me, what we started looking at is why do people quit? We narrowed it down to 3 reasons. If you'll pay attention to this, this is why Limu's different. Number 1, you do not like to recruit or sell things. How many of you like to? No, it's like death, public speaking, and selling something. In that order. People don't like to do it. And so if you don't like to recruit and you don't like to sell something, you're not bringing people into your business. Well, the second piece of that was this thing called auto ship. This product that you're buying, whatever it is, you weren't buying it before you got involved in that business. The hope was you're going to invite some people, you'll make some money, it'll offset the auto ship. But if you're not like, if you don't like to recruit, what does the auto ship now become?
A bill.
Just another bill at a time in everybody's life where they don't want to add another bill. I mean, if you got to choose between the light bill, the car bill, the house bill, and the IT bill, what doesn't get paid? This. And so even though people believe and want to build a business, they have to shut it off, and they're gone. And so that was what I believe created the negative image in the industry, because 8 out of 10 people quit. They didn't want to quit. I mean, everybody that joined that business the first time, you all wanted to join because you wanted to change your lives. You wanted something more. You wanted passive income. You wanted something that could help you get wherever you wanted to go. You didn't want to quit, but you had to. And so we started looking at how can you create a model that would allow people to get in and take away those things. If you could do that, you could attract mainstream America to the industry. Not network marketers. Guys, network marketers about 5% of the population. All right, you don't want them anyway. No offense if you are a network marketer, but you don't want them anyway. What I wanted is I wanted mainstream America who really needs an opportunity but doesn't believe that it's real. I wanted to get them in the industry and keep them here long enough so they could figure out what I figured out. See, for the first year of this industry, guys, I quit probably 20 times. I hated it. I stunk at it. I was terrible. I mean, I'd invite people to a meeting like this, and I'd be the guy in the doorway with my sponsor standing there saying, well, they said they were coming. They promised me they were coming. And I'm still standing in the doorway looking for them. They're not coming. But here's what I would do. I'd get mad, and at the end of the meeting and everybody's gone, I'd drive over to the person's house and cuss them out for not coming. I would. I'd be mad. And my sponsor said, Trey, you know what? I'm not sure you have the right temperament for this business. And I said, well, help me then. And then over the course of the next couple of months, he did. He mentored me, and I was able to figure it out. And we went on to have a lot of success. And